University of Idaho students are returning to campus this week with a great sense of relief as the man accused of murdering 4 students is brought to justice. And as we learn more about the night of the murders, police are still puzzled by the 8-hour window it took for a surviving roommate to call 911 after seeing the masked suspect in the home. Fox Nation host Nancy Grace has been covering this since the beginning and joins us now. Good morning to you, Nancy. All right, what are your thoughts on all of this?
Well, number one, of course, the returning students are relieved that Brian Kohberger has been captured, but they're still grieving. They're mourning not only the loss of the victims, but they'll never go back to the way they were before when they felt safe and an illusion of safety. And as for the roommate, DM, as she is called in the probable cause affidavit, I think attacks on her at this juncture are highly unwarranted. We don't know what was going through her mind that night. Remember, she's just a child. She's a sophomore. She's not a senior like the others. This may be her very first time away from home. She's about 19 years old. Until you live through a violent crime, and I hope nobody listening right now ever does that, or you're a witness to a violent crime, you block out what's happening. I know that firsthand. You don't want to realize what's happening. You don't want to remember. I'm sure she was in a sort of a state of shock. She locked her door. And according to what we've learned, Kohberger's footprints may be outside her door. And she locked herself in there and she stayed there and did not utter a word. She's got a lifetime of regret, of wondering what if, of survivor's guilt. That's her punishment, but we will hear more. She will be a witness at trial.
And you're right, Nancy. This was the largest incoming freshman class that the University of Idaho had ever seen, by the way. So to your point, there was an exceptionally large amount of younger students. And yes, we all know from personal experience, you always seek to explain away to the positive. Your inclination isn't all of my roommates are murdered in a horrible bloodbath right now. Let me ask this question really quickly. What piece of information are you most looking forward to learning or discovering next?
I'm anxious to get that DNA match to Kohberger himself. Right now, we've got a bio-dad match, which is 99.9998% likely to be the bio-dad of the person that left DNA on that knife sheath. I think it will be epithelial or skin DNA. But by now, they've already served a search warrant on his person, which means getting his DNA, probably from a buccal swab, out of his mouth. And I want to see that stat. I really want to see that and how long he had been stalking these victims like a hunter looking for prey.
That's absolutely right. Those 12 times his cell phone pinged near them in the months leading up. I wonder just how many times before that he encountered them as well. Nancy, so much more to learn, so much more to cover. We will be watching you tonight on Fox News Channel at 10 p.m. Eastern with the Idaho murders, the special that you will be hosting. We cannot wait. Thank you so much for your time.